What you got going on? I'm gonna cut this lemon. Stats. Welcome. Hello all.
Hello everyone.
Tanya, hey.
Morning.
Welcome.
Good
Teresa,
afternoon.
welcome. Tanisha, Misty, come on in. Like, share, follow. Her Majesty, I love that. Her Majesty, welcome. Evelyn, yeah, that was my mama name. I love that. Marcella, D, Lavina, ooh, going too fast. Noah Wayne, M Glam, Kim. Hello, you guys. Happy Memorial Day weekend. This is just how committed we are. We supposed to be out in these streets, but we are here for you and for ourselves. What we do here is for you, it's for us too.
Yes. Tell them we're not in our normal location this weekend.
We're not in our normal location. Tell us where you're watching from. We are in the beautiful Minnesota area. My second home. It's probably more like my first home now, right? I spent most of my life probably Louisiana, Minnesota. All right, welcome. Where are you watching from? We are eating to beat disease. Come on in. We got some lifestyle hacks for you today. We're talking about getting those glucose levels down, managing type 2 diabetes, hypertension, all of it, but mainly type 2 diabetes today. We got some life hacks. We got the science to support. We got the Bible to support. My name is Vita Keller. I am a elementary teacher by trade turned lifestyle coach, teaching you about the 8 laws of health and healing, the 8 laws of health, the 8 natural doctors, aka the New Start program. Hey, Phyllis. Oh, we got Cary, North Carolina in the house. Welcome. Where you watching from? We are in Minnesota, the Twin Cities area, and we are loving the weather. Good morning, Arlington. Thank you for the love, Virginia. Thank you so much. Like, share, follow. We got a good program for you today. Lots of information. Hey, Maryland, Texas. We're gonna be in Maryland this weekend. Yes, we're going to be in Maryland this weekend. Thank you. We've been married 28 years. May 21st made our 28th year anniversary. Good morning from Florida, North Carolina. Good morning. Yes, May 21st. 1995 is when we said the I do's. You still love me?
That's correct.
You still love me?
Still in love all these years.
Do you look like he's still? Show the people you still love me. Would you? Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Good morning, you guys. Come on in. Like, share, follow. Hey, Sean. Hey, Rita. Sparky. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Okay. I think he loved me. 28 years. Listen, the love has survived. It has been tested and tried. Okay. We have stood the test of time, and he still look at you with that love. Oh, Jasmine, thank you. That's God. You know it's God. All right. Young ladies, pay attention. Yeah, that's a different show. But anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. We are happy and healthy. Okay, we're happy and healthy. We have managed to stave off lifestyle diseases, and we still remain prescription free. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Jazz. Let me tell you, she says it's written all over your face, and you don't have to say a word. Where did that come from? That's an old song. All right. So let's just get into some of the stats, you guys. Should we start with stats or should we start with facts? I don't know.
We can start with that since we're talking about beating lifestyle diseases, right?
I think they want to start with the food.
Food?
Ooh, this what we're talking about it's going to help all of that. Your skin issues. This is holistic, right? So it's going to attack everything. If you're fighting cancer, it's going to help that. If you're fighting heart disease, this is going to help that because we're showing you how to eat to beat disease. We're showing you laws of health, exercise. We're telling you about drinking the water. All these things collectively help you beat disease. Like, share, follow. Hello, Channing. I'm calling you out because you're a student. All right. Like, share, follow. Let's share, share, share. So what do you have here?
Well, this morning we're going to make a salad. Now, salads are something that we eat just about every day. And it's a meal.
We eat it every day. We eat it every day. Because if you saw my last video on TikTok, food is information. If we start looking at food as information to our bodies, the focus shifts, right? The focus is going to shift as to what we eat. Because now we're trying to tell our bodies and our cells and our organs and our systems to do certain things for us. Okay.
Right. So salads for us is not just a side dish. Normally that's how, most people view salads, but we use it as a complete meal. So what we're going to do.
Can I just interject here? Since we're not home, we're visiting. This is a kind of a light salad. If you've been following us, you know we put beans and sprouts and tomatoes and greens and potatoes in our salad as a one meal. But this one is kind of light because we want to show you something else that we've been doing for breakfast. We've been doing savory breakfast. Savory breakfast. And I know that's strange. I told my dad about this and he was like, a savory breakfast? Yes, we're going to do savory breakfast. So basically we're doing dinner for breakfast and breakfast for dinner. Because the principles we want to share with you today is to switch that and to eat lighter in the evening. That's especially going to help with your glucose levels. Heavy in the morning, light in the evening. And most of us really only need 2 meals a day. All this eating 3, 4, 5, 6 meals a day, no. Science is showing that it is not good for your stomach. We're having all these gut issues because of it, because the stomach needs to rest. This girl needs to have a break. Don't you like your breaks when you go to work?
Yes, and your entire digestive system needs rest. And so when we overwork it by eating, not constantly. Maybe,
yeah, some people eat constantly. They got to have snacks.
Yeah, and so your system is continuing to work, and it's not getting the rest that it needs. So.
Hey, Jerome. Hey, Darlene. So, yes, we have to focus on giving our bodies, our stomachs, our digestive system a rest. How long of a rest? 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours. Like, share, follow, like, share, follow. 2 meals a day. Most people can eat 2 meals a day. Now, if you a hardworking man out there lifting steel, what they lift? A carpenter, those carpenters, people who do lift heavy machine. Yes. Those men like that, they probably gonna need 3 meals.
Or you're gonna eat heavier at your meals, to get the calories that you need.
Hey, sexy and spicy. How you doing? Hey, Peanut. Yes. All right. So let's talk about some of these life-changing hacks that we need to incorporate in our diet. So first is heavy for breakfast. Get your, I'm a teacher. Get your pencil and paper. Take these notes. This is your health we're talking about. This is your life. Get your life. Get your life. Hi, Peanut. I said it. Hi. Hello. These students on here, I hope y'all learning. You're never too young to be healthy and to learn these helpful principles. All right. Let's go. All right. So principle number 1, heavy breakfast. Principle number 2, most people are going to get that heavy breakfast by eating dinner for breakfast and breakfast for dinner. Heavy and then light. The 3 L's, light, lunch, late like lunch. Okay. So heavy for breakfast. We're going to do a savory breakfast because that's normally heavy and it's normally your dinner meal. So you're going to have to reverse these things. And then we're putting 6 hours between our meals. We're not snacking. You remember when mom said, hey, no snacks? She probably didn't know why, but it was for a reason. No snacking. Right. It's not good for your gut. It's not good for your stomach. It's not good for your glucose. Every time you eat, those glucose levels are rising, right? They're spiking.
And when you eat these heavier meals, you're going to be full. You're going to be satisfied. And you're not going to really want to eat anything, say, if you eat some breakfast at 8 or 9 in the morning. That can really carry you. If you eat a good heavy breakfast, nutritious breakfast, that's going to carry you to 2 and 3 in the afternoon.
I'm telling you, it will. Try it. So let's start with a savory breakfast. So another principle, which is what we're doing, we're going to start with a veggie because the science is showing that the order in which we eat the food also determines what our glucose levels are going to be, right? So we're going to start with a fibrous vegetable meal, a green starter. Let's call it that, your green starter. So what we got in our green starter today?
Well, this is a salad, right? So here's what we have going into our salad. Lettuce, of course, that's going to be our base. I mean, you can use different things. You can use kale, you can use spinach,
chard.
Yes, many green leafy vegetables you can use, but we have lettuce for today. We also have we have bell pepper, both red and yellow bell pepper that we're going to add to it.
Vitamin C, fiber.
Yes, also onion, red onion. All right, very helpful.
We don't have garlic today?
Don't have garlic, but normally I always put garlic. I mean, very highly nutritious.
Antioxidant, natural antibiotic.
It is.
Garlic is so nutritional.
Also cilantro. Cilantro is a very healthy herb. And
that takes mercury. Like that's for mercury.
It draws mercury out of the body.
Yes.
It's also good tasting, right? Very flavorful.
Cilantro, either you like it or you don't. If you don't do cilantro, try to do some type of herb because the Bible says, and you know we all about the Genesis 1:29 diet. The Bible says that the herbs are for the healing of the nations. So if you got an herb garden, that's some medicine. That's medicine. So if you don't like cilantro, most people like basil, most people like parsley, try those herbs. You can do dandelion, you can do mint, fresh mint in a salad. It does something. Just a little bit does something. All right, like, share, follow. I see we up to 2,600 likes. Okay.
Did I mention carrots also? So I'm adding some carrots. Of course, we all know the benefits of carrots.
Do we know the benefits? Give me a comment. Give me a benefit of carrots. Carrots. You know it's orange. All right. In the comments, give me a benefit of carrots while he still makes the salad for us.
So I'm going to get started
Now, normally, you know, we have a big, huge bowl. Beta carotene, vitamin A for the eyes, good for the eyes, fiber. All of this is fiber. So I think Jude mentioned last live that people are really, really concerned about getting enough protein. But no. Americans get way too much protein. We need to get this fiber. So we're starting our savory meal with a vegetable salad. This could be, the science says just the vegetables. Start with the vegetables, right? We're going to do salad. This could have been broccoli, like a steamed broccoli. This could have been steamed cauliflower. This could have been some turnip greens, collard greens, vegetables. Where's my water?
And I also I do add cabbage, red cabbage to my salads. I don't have it today, but normally that's a good base, as well as Vita just mentioned Brussels sprouts. Very good. You can add on top of your salad. So
now
it's many options you have.
Now this is gonna be what you like, and God is good. He gives us so much variety. I don't like them ugly, nasty, bitter, booger Brussels sprouts. I don't like a Brussels sprout. I just don't.
I love them.
But he loves them.
But you have, again, cauliflower, cabbage, all in that
hair
cruciferous family you can add.
Listen, like I said, hair growth, skin issues, all of that's going to come. But first, we have to take care of these organs. Your body ain't worried about your skin and your hair and even your sex organs. It wants the organs, right? I said sex organs because I know somebody asked about that too. If you're not healthy, if your heart's not healthy, that's blood, right? If your heart's not healthy, if your liver and kidneys aren't functioning correctly, man, your skin, that's the icing on the cake. We got to get the cake together first. And I'm talking about your organs, okay? Specifically today, your A1C levels, lifestyle change, eating right. Absolutely, Erica, that's what we're talking about. Get that glucose monitor out and start being your own doctor in a sense, because they can't help you. You have to do this yourself. Your doctor can't do this for you. You have to do this yourself. Take your health in your hands. Now, and I'm not against doctors. I love them. I need them when I need them. And that's, to me, if I have some kind of trauma, if I cut my finger off, you know, things like that, accident, I'm gonna need my doctor. But this kind of stuff, we can.
Oh yeah, and by the way, thank God for doctors. And
yes.
For the knowledge and expertise
and
skill that they have.
Where we staying now for our vacation is doctor friends of ours. So we love doctors.
Oh,
okay.
Yes. So, but again, some things that we can do on our own to help with our health and improve our health. So what we have here again, here's the salad. So I have the base. Hopefully you guys can see this. I may have to move the camera a little bit, but the base is the lettuce. And again, we're adding, maybe I can adjust this a little bit.
Can you see? There we go. And I can come over here.
There we go. Maybe I could put it back like that.
All right.
All right, so there, lettuce. Now I'm gonna add, let's see, we have cilantro.
Yes, cilantro.
Add a little bit of cilantro.
Get that mercury out your life.
And I mean, it's a good flavor. I like it. Bell pepper.
Watch those dental fillings. Some of them have a lot of mercury, but we're trying to get the mercury out. Red bell pepper, higher in vitamin C than those oranges.
High in vitamin C. Go
to your doctor if blood is in your stool, number one. You need to go see your doctor and see why that blood is in your stool. That could be hemorrhoids. It could be something worse. We can't help you with that.
Yeah.
We're trying to prevent stuff like that.
Yeah, be careful with that. Now
be careful. Go to your doctor. Please go see your doctor.
Here's red onion we're going to add.
I like a lot of onion.
And again, very healthy for you.
Now, we did a video on the onion and the potatoes. Onions and potatoes help both internally and externally. You can do some natural remedies, right? Some nightshades are inflammatory for some people. You're right.
Right.
You're right.
Adding some carrots.
So there you go. The carrots, again, we told you what that was good for. And we're eating to beat disease here. That's all we're doing. And the principle is start, and I'm talking about for insulin resistance. Let's go back to that type 2 diabetes. Start your meal with a vegetable base, savory. All right? Begin with that. And the bigger the salad, the better the salad. No, we do not eat meat.
Right.
The bigger the salad, the better, because that's going to fill you. And let me tell you what else the science says. I want y'all to go do the research, okay? You're very welcome. You're very welcome. We're helping you, but we're encouraging ourselves too. We get tempted. I know I do. I get tempted. So this helps me as well. All right, listen to this science now. You go and YouTube. Her name is Jessie. She's a French biochemist. Her name is Jessie. I can't even pronounce the last name because it's French, Inchauspé or something like that. I'm sorry, I massacred her name. She's referred to as the glucose goddess. Now, y'all know I don't believe in no gods and goddesses. I believe the one and only true and living God. But she's only confirming what a book I read 200 years ago from Ellen G. White. She's only confirming what she told us a long time ago. And let me tell you what she says. She says, first of all, this is what Ellen said. Ellen said, at breakfast, the stomach is in better condition to take care of more food than at the second or third meal. So you want to eat like a king, breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, and dinner like a pauper. That's dinner right. Is your life. So if you need dinner, it's like sparingly a piece of some grapes or some berries, right? A smoothie, okay? So eat like a king for breakfast, queen for lunch, pauper. All right, we're giving you principles here. Ellen G. White, the Counsels on Diet and Food is the name of the book. Counsels on Diet and Foods.
Very good book.
Very good book on principles. She talks about not drinking with your meals. That's being proven now because it just stops digestion. Come on now. I'm just so excited because we would read this stuff as when I was a kid and I just be like, oh, really? You know, but all this stuff we do for a reason. No snacking. All right. Green starter and in the right order. I just rhymed. Green starter and in the right order. So we're going to start with, again, the vegetable. Then we're going to go into our starch or protein. And you know, for me, it's not animal protein. It's going to be some kind of legume, right? Or some nuts and seeds. Okay?
All right, so and now you can top this salad off. We have lemon.
All right, I'm glad you mentioned that lemon. Now, the glucose goddess girl, Jessie, again, go to YouTube. She says that if you add, she says apple cider vinegar. I'm doing lemon because because Ellen G. White said apple, she said that vinegar is acidic and not good for your body. Also, do y'all remember when Jesus was on the cross and they tried to give him that vinegar and he said, no. Now he thirsty on the cross dying for our sins. And he said no to the vinegar, y'all. I'm saying no to the vinegar. And she also says that lemons are just as good. No, lemons are alkaline.
That's right.
Do your research. It's an alkaline fruit. So this lemon sprinkled on this salad, listen to this, will cut your glucose spike by 30%. Just a tablespoon of lemon juice. And you know how else you could do this? What I used to tell y'all all the time. When I get up in the morning, I get a quart of water and a half a lemon squeezed in my water. Wait 30 minutes, 45 minutes, go walk or whatever, exercise. Then I have my breakfast. Come on. 30%. I like this woman because everything's, and she's a young girl too. She's a biochemist. She's doing the science. She's did the research, and this is the science. But I already knew because God said it and told Ellen G. White, counsels on diets and foods. All right, I see it's naturally acidic, but in our bodies, that's right. In our bodies, it becomes alkaline. And you can use a straw because people say this right here too with the gums, but I've never had any problems. All right, so we are also telling you about all of this stuff in my course, so go take that too.
It's a cleanser. I mean, lemons are very, very good for you, so keep them in your house. Lemons.
The order is veggies, proteins, carbs, and we want good carbs, right? We talked about this before. We want whole grains. We want the whole fiber, right? So I'm looking at brown rice. I'm looking at quinoa or millet. I'm looking at barley. We don't have to do bread, like wheat bread. I think people think that, all we can eat is wheat bread. Ellen G. White, the book is Counsel on Diets and Foods. And let me tell you, she will have you healthy. And then again, the diet of Genesis 129, let's go there. We've talked about that before. And all through the book of Genesis, you see these 8 laws of health, but I have broken them down in my course from the Bible. And I'm showing you step by step how to use nutrition, exercise, water, sunlight, the temperance, staying away from some things, okay? Alcohol and the like. Getting that sunshine and the D3, that rest in your circadian rhythm. And the stress levels, because you got to give it to God. You got to let go and let God. All right, hopefully you wrote down the order of things. Keep on going, babe.
Okay, well, our salad really, I mean, you can top it again with other things.
More herbs.
More herbs, and I mean healthy things, right? Now, dressings, I don't really put commercial salad dressings on my salad. Normally, like we just did, lemon juice. Or if you like olive oil, you can, or flaxseed oil is what I use. Yes,
omega-3s, that fights inflammation.
Love flaxseed oil. It is very, very, like Vita just said, you get your omega-3s from it, very healthy oil, as well as we just said olive oil.
Okay, pause for just a second, please, honey. Who's the biochemist? Her name is Jessie. If you just Google glucose goddess, she coming up. But anyway, it's Jessie, Jessie, and her last name is Inchaupe with the little thing, right? Yeah, Jessie. So this is what she's saying, and this is what Ellen G. White said too. Ellen G. White, I want to say this quote too. She says, "It is the custom order of society to take a slight breakfast. But this is not the best way to treat the stomach because you're more insulin sensitive in the morning. You can handle more food in the morning. And that's probably because you got that good rest. You should have. You did not eat late, right? So all your organs and your systems, they're communicating well and they're ready for breakfast in the morning.
Right.
But what happens when you eat and drink late?
For one thing, you know you can't sleep well, right? You have to stay up.
Not at this age.
No, you can't. You just can't sleep. You just might as well be up and do something until that food digests and you can rest better. But yeah, eating too late is just bad all the way around.
And she says with this order, I'm getting back to Jessie. You out, information overload? Sorry. It is a lot. Listen, getting back to Jessie, she says that you can reduce your glucose spike by 75% in the order in which you eat. So let's go.
Yeah. Now you can also top this off with normally I put a little sea salt on salt on the salad. You can also, if you like a little spice, and very little, you don't want it too spicy.
But not black pepper, maybe a little cayenne.
Cayenne, I was going to mention that. Cayenne pepper is what I use on my salads.
Black pepper, it's been known to cause, what's that makes a man cry? Gallstones. So you want good red pepper. Red pepper is medicinal. Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit.
Just a little. So pretty much that's it. Like I said, this is a smaller version of what I normally make.
Cancer also. This is good for everything. Is this not good for cancer? Yes, it is. It absolutely is good for cancer.
Yes.
All right. So that's your green starter with the lemon. Not Helen, Ellen. ELLEN. Ellen G. White book is Counsels on Diet and Food. No black pepper. Red pepper. We don't even advocate green tea. I know that's big too. That's caffeine. We don't do green tea. Rooibos, the red tea from Africa, is better, has more antioxidants than green tea. So we can't get on these bandwagons. We got to do our own research. And I'm going back. I'm sticking with stuff that's been working since the Bible times. That's what I'm going with. High cholesterol, a plant-based diet. Leave out, you got to stop with the eggs, the cheese, the dairy, the meat.
Normally you get high cholesterol through animal products, meat, dairy products. If you don't eat those, very little of those, you don't have to worry much about high cholesterol.
Rooibos tea. Rooibos tea is on Amazon, I think. I think you can. I don't use black pepper to activate. No. Now, why would God? No, that's just like saying I have to do something to an herb or a vegetable to make it work for me. No, God put it in there. The name Rooibos, Rooibos. It's two O's. It's like Rubus, Rooibos. Red tea, Rooibos, Rooibos tea. So we have our first green starter. Now let's go with our course. We still at breakfast. This is why you're not going to be hungry till about 4 o'clock. Somebody asked, when should the last meal be? About 4 o'clock. Then again, with these glucose levels, after each one of these we're taking a 20-minute walk. Yes, we are.
That's something else that Ellen White recommends too in her book, as that we should take a little walk after a meal. 200
years ago, she wrote this.
To help that food digest and the
keep your glucose. We didn't know about glucose levels. She never mentioned glucose levels or anything, but she knew, right? But the thing is, it's going to help with digestion, and you're going to get those glucose levels. I don't like my glucose levels. And get you one of them CGMs, the monitors. Get you a CGM and monitor and see. Find out for yourself. Do your own research on your body and see what works for you and what doesn't.
Right.
I don't like my levels going over 130. And I like it to be like this. I like it to be a nice, gentle. When you spiking, It's a glucose monitor. CGM. What's the C stand for? Somebody Google that. The C stands for something else. I can't remember. But it is a glucose monitor.
And and you might want to invest in this if you don't have it already in your home. Some of these vital check systems like a glucose monitor.
We have a hypertension. We have a blood pressure monitor, we have that. Yes.
Thermometer, of course. So most people, you probably have that. But those are good to have just to monitor your vitals.
Okay. So let us go to the rest of our breakfast. Continuous, that's probably it. Continuous glucose monitor. Thank you, people. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now let's go on to the rest of our meal. We're not finished. We started there because she says start with the vegetable meal. I would say even Sister White says, Ellen G. White says start with the raw. Right? Now, this makes sense to me, what this biochemist says. She says that the fiber, while we begin here, she says that the fiber lands in the upper intestines, right? And it coats the walls of the upper intestine. That way, the starches and the sugar meal, the starch meal, it can kind of land. It's a protective barrier, basically. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating? So those starches don't go right into the bloodstream. That fiber lands there and acts as a protective barrier in the digestive tract, the upper intestines. Man, what? Y'all better share this information. This is
that's amazing.
This is science.
It's amazing how the body works. It's wonderfully made for sure. Marvelously and wonderfully
We are fearfully and wonderfully made, but we have to obey these health laws. My course, go take it. That's the basics. The basic health laws. Fruits for breakfast. Well, you can do berries for breakfast. You can do that. It's still a raw meal, isn't it? It still has that fiber, right? But for insulin resistance, we're talking about glucose to this morning. Glucose is better with the savory breakfast. No, we don't drink coffee. We don't do stimulants, the caffeine. Nope. We love, in replacement for coffee, I love Dandy, which is dandelion coffee, and it kind of has that. I never like coffee anyway, but dandelion tea or Dandy, which is like a coffee substitute. Marilyn, what about tomatoes? Now, tomatoes can be, for breakfast, it is a fruit, but it's a savory fruit. We didn't have any, or else we would have put that on this salad. Counsels on Diets and Food is the book, but the research, you have to go. I didn't really look up Jessie's book because I don't need Jessie's book. She said enough to me in that YouTube video that let me know we already got it. We got this message. She's just doing this, giving me the science. No fish, no. The diet of Genesis 129. She's just confirming what we already knew, what Ellen G. White already wrote about. She's just confirming all that. So you can go look at the video. I told you her name, Jessie. Just Google glucose goddess. Thank you for the gifts. We love hearts. What about this? What about dark? Nope, we don't. Anything that's a stimulant, chocolate is a stimulant, we don't do it. Chocolate also, somebody asked about skin issues. Chocolate also breaks you out. It breaks you out. Okay? I'm going to stay the course. Absolutely. That's her. Thank you, Mocha. There it is. I love peanuts. But people say, oh, you shouldn't eat. Peanuts don't do anything to me. I'm not allergic to them. Most of the time, you're allergic to something else, and it ain't peanuts. It's not nuts. No wine. It's acidic to the body. It's a poison. Do the grape juice if you want that resveratrol. What do they call it? Resveratrol?
Yeah, I think
something
so.
Like that.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what we're here for. We're talking especially to people with the glucose levels that are through the roof. They can't control it. Sometimes it's what you eat, when you eat. Write this down. I'm giving you some gems. It's what you eat, when you eat, and how often you eat, the order in which you eat.
And the portion size too, how much.
But honey, if somebody starts with a big salad, there is no... Listen.
If you start with a heavier meal or a heavier salad, really again, and I would recommend starting because salads, normally we look at it as a side dish, but if you start with a heavy salad, that's a meal.
That's a meal,
and that's gonna hold you.
That's gonna hold you, and like we just said, it's gonna coat that upper digestive tract, the intestines, and then those starches are gonna land nicely, and it's gonna be a protective barrier against those spikes. Right. You spiking of over 160, that's a problem. You're in the danger zone. And the medication that does not cure anything. It's not going to cure it. I'm sorry, it's not going to do it. They're trying to manage your disease.
It's going to help manage it, but if we want to like a total reversal and where we can get back to where we should be,
right, balanced.
This is the way.
This is how you do it. You got to eat to beat disease. You have to eat. It's 70. I probably 95% is food. Then the exercise, water, all of that.
Yeah, it's part of the 8 Laws of Health, the New Start program. That
we take about our course. It's in the description. Go take our course. Thank you for the roses. I love you. Like, share, follow, like, share, follow. Okay, so a huge salad. Let's get back to it. It's 10:30. It's 10:40. We have to start our day. Big, huge salad. Now, let's get to our meal. I'm going to go with this. Yeah. Of course, for us now, this is leftovers from last night. So how about a nice, beautiful sweet potato? Let's start with this sweet potato. Okay. You got the fiber. You got vitamin A. It's very filling. It's going to cut any kind of sweet tooth you have. Okay. Oh, and the salad. Hold this, baby. Okay. I'm sorry. People came in late. So you have romaine lettuce or spinach, any green. We really like to do 3 different types of greens in our salads. So we're on vacation, so we don't have access to everything. So we have romaine. We have red and yellow bell peppers. We have red onion. We have carrots. We have cilantro. Okay. Then we topped it with that amazing lemon juice. That's going to cut them spikes by 30%. What? Yes.
Now, I didn't add, again, any sea salt. Normally I do.
Right.
I add a little sea salt.
Season it like it's a piece of meat. But if you have hypertension, you need to be using.
Yeah. So be careful if you have hypertension with the salt.
But people don't realize if you have hypertension, you need salt. There's a balance. This is the kind of salt that you want. This is 90% minerals. This is 90% minerals. And just check your pressure when you use it. You got to be your own detective here. Fresh is best. Get a fresh lemon. Come on, get a fresh lemon. Don't use that bottle stuff. Get a fresh lemon. You love dressing? Oh, okay, make you one with lemon and a little bit of flax oil or olive oil. You could do that. Yes. You could do that. Just don't get that bottle stuff with all that sugar and all those ingredients that you can't even pronounce.
Right. So
I love Dr. Berg. I like him too.
Yeah.
But keto, the keto that most people do is not healthy. It's a meat keto and not a vegetable keto. But I know Dr. Berg talks about the vegetable keto. And it's just basically, we call these things keto, It's still the diet of Genesis 1, 2. You're eating more vegetables. That's what a vegetarian does. Vegetables.
Right.
I know. Gemini, listen. My dad was like, say vegetables in the morning. Yes. For the people who got them insulin resistance. Flax not good for arthritis. Since when, though? Flax is good for inflammation. The seed. Where are we getting that from, Flavor Creator?
Flaxseed?
I need to see the research on that.
Yeah.
How long we been eating flax?
Everything I've heard and read about flaxseed is
it massacres. It massacres inflammation. And what is arthritis? Inflammation in the joints. That's all it is. So Flavor Creator, if you can give me some science on that, but even with the science changed so much. It's so hard for me to even, it just be changing and changing. And I got to go with what we've been doing for 40 years to keep us prescription free. We do grow a lot of our own food. I'm looking for me a farm right now. I want a little farm, just about 5 acres. Yeah. Oh, he does encourage meat with I think he changed that though. Maybe he does. Hey, okay. What's wrong with Dr. Berg with the keto? We love honey. Yes. That's why we say we're not vegan, because true staunch vegans, they don't do honey. They don't wear leather. We're plant-based, diet of Genesis 129. You need to hear him speak? Go ahead, baby.
Okay. Well, hey, everyone. So, like I said, what we're doing, we just made this delicious salad, right? And it's a power-packed meal, highly nutritious. I mean, everything in this salad is going to benefit your cells. Everything here. And that's what I try to do. I try to put live food into my body. Live, that's the key for me. Anything that you can grow, you can pick off a tree, you know, that's live, and that's what I want. You know, the processed foods, you know, the packaged foods that, of course, that we buy in the store, that's the ones that I tend to stay away from. And I know the way the stores are organized and set up, really you get to your vegetable section first, right? Your produce section. That's the area that I stay in the most. Right? Now, once you go down the aisles, now you get all the packaged and prepackaged processed foods. Those are the ones I stay away from. So that's kind of the rule that I follow. And to me, it's the best way to go. Now, again, this is the salad we've made. We're showing you how to start off with a heavier meal with a salad. Again, this is a small version of what we normally do and what I normally eat. But just to give an example, right? Now we're going to go over and start and show you how we have started to show you the meal that you can eat with your salad. Now, going to a restaurant, a lot of times we know that, what do they do first? They serve you a salad first, right?
The water, the lemon water.
They give you, that's right. They actually start off with ask you if you like water or lemon water, right? Then they'll bring out your salad. And then at the very end, they'll bring out your entree, your meal. So that's sort of like, and I don't know if that's something that they know about or had, but I know that's the process and what they've been doing for years and years, right? So, and that's what we're kind of showing you here. Starting out with a salad, starting lemon juice. We didn't have that, but that's something I do also every day, every morning. Just drink, start off my day with lemon juice. It could be warm. Sometimes I warm my water and drink lemon juice. Get the digestive system awake and working, right? Then I go with my meal. Now here's what we're going to go along with our salad. We have this sweet potato that we talked about. Okay. We're going to add, this is our meal, kind of leftovers you all from yesterday, but still good. We're going to add, this is one of my favorites.
Honey, the lady that wants to hear your voice.
Yes.
Can you answer some questions too?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me get.
See, she don't understand we have a system here, but I'm gonna let her. I should have just let it go so she could see there are things that we have to do together for a couple. Even though you love his voice, that's wonderful, but it's also questions that we have to answer as we do this.
I'm sorry,
but it's hard for you to do that, right? It's hard to do both.
So, hello from Boston. Hi, welcome.
Just know she asked.
I missed your question. I'm sorry. I have to go back, and I couldn't see. But
so if you in the comments, guys, if you can help answer the questions as they come up, if you know the answer, and then we could finish this meal because it's 10:47.
Right. So what I was going to do now is add this, one of my favorite of all time. Right.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Lentils. Okay. Hold that for a second. I wanted to add that to the.
What you want a spoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Wanted to add that to the plate. Kind of make it look a little nice, right? So we're gonna have here these are brown lentils. There are also red lentils. But I've been eating lentils for years and years and years. It's one of my favorite foods. Highly nutritious. You can even get protein from your lentils. And me being plant-based for most of my life, protein has never been an issue for me.
Somebody wants to know, what are lentils?
Lentils are considered technically a legume. And so, but they're in the bean family, right? So red beans, your kidney beans, your pinto beans, all those are very, very good and healthy for you. Lentils, I think are considered a legume. But they all work together. You can buy these in your grocery store. You know, you can find, they'll be in your bean section, and different varieties of lentils. Again, these are brown lentils that I'm that I have here this morning.
I feel like they're easier to digest too. Like everybody can't do the beans, especially when you get a certain age.
Right. And lentils to me, great flavor.
Oh yeah.
Love the flavor.
But our friend cooked these for us and she did a curried lentil. Yeah, any kind of legume. Somebody's asking about the pregnancy. This is good for pregnancy. Dal, yes. This is good for pregnancy. A plant-based diet is going to be your best bet for pregnancy. You got to know how to do it though.
Right.
You got to combine your foods correctly. You know, your doctor going to tell you need more meat or whatever. They, you know, a lot of times they used to say that, but I don't know anymore. I haven't been pregnant for 25 years.
Right. So here lentils, and this is a little small portion, right? But now.
Number 1, number 2.
Right. Okay. And now we can finish it off here. I think this is a little protein, right?
Mushrooms, and the protein is in the lentils. Just a mushroom curry, a vegetable mushroom curry. A vegetable mushroom curry. You don't need bread. You don't need bread. Bread for what? Fiber? We got a lot of fiber here. Yes, that's a whole nother topic. Somebody said information overload. Oh my goodness. If I told you about food, I can't talk about food combining together today with this. Right now, we're just talking about the order in which you eat for diabetes. We're talking about trying to do the 2-meal plan. We're talking about eating heavy for breakfast and light for a late lunch, and not eating when you go to sleep, not going to sleep with food in your belly.
Yes, it's definitely a way that we should eat the right, like you all mentioned, the right combinations of foods. For example, quickly, you don't want to combine fruits and vegetables together, right? That's just one example.
Yes, you want to eat watermelon alone or leave it alone. That's an example.
Right. So that's a whole different topic too that we can get into. But here, talking about insulin resistance and the type of foods that's going to help with that. Here we go. Here's
your meal. Now, we will probably take this. It depends on what time your breakfast is. The earlier, the better, right? Because you're moving after that breakfast. You're gonna have your gut's gonna love you. You're not gonna have those spikes because you're gonna walk for a 20-minute walk after you eat this meal. Number 1. Number 2. All right. Now, between this meal, say if I ate this at 9 o'clock. All right. I ate this at 9 o'clock. I'm not eating again till 4 or 5. That's my latest meal. I really don't want to go, for us, we like to 4 o'clock. 3 is better. But 4 o'clock, a lot of people can't do it. 4 o'clock, and we're just having water. If you have to have that last meal, because you're going to bed at 10, right? Everything need to be out of your gut by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. I don't know, a smoothie. Maybe some fruit, and then if you're diabetic, you got to watch that. It's got to be more like berries.
Yeah.
All right. I think I can upload this on Facebook when I finish the replay, and it could be a replay. Of course, this helps with high cholesterol, hypertension, diabetes, heart disease, because anything plant-based, high cholesterol, that's going to, heart disease comes from mostly fat in the diet, animal fat.
Yes.
Animal fat.
I mean, and that's a big thing, you guys.
Kia, last meal at 7, that's kind of late because you need to be going to bed. Now, we even talking about rest and sleep right now. You really need to be going to bed. You laying down at 9 o'clock, sleep by 10. Between the hours of 10 and 3 is when your body's healing. And it's hard to heal when you're digesting a whole lot of food.
Yeah. And I know this is not our topic here, but you might even need to maybe practice a little bit of intermittent fasting. I mean, that would help as well. And what we're saying, eating twice a day, that's almost like intermittent fasting.
But most people, they'll intermittent fasting, they'll skip breakfast and lunch and then eat dinner. We're saying totally opposite of what the world is saying.
Right.
Totally opposite.
We want that heavier meal in the morning. We want to start off with that heavier meal and then get lighter as the day goes along.
It can be practical with your work schedule if you plan.
It might take a little planning.
You got to plan. Otherwise, you're going to fall into fast food eating, processed food eating. Get there on Sunday and cook your meals and plan those meals. They have a lot of YouTube videos just on food planning, prepping your meals, packaging them in little containers like this and pulling them out.
And believe it or not, after a while, it just becomes habit. You don't even have to think about it anymore. You know, that's what I've always done as, say, a vegetarian. You know, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, keep going.
That you don't have to really, you might have to pack your lunch. You might have to, prepare your own meals and bring along with you if you're,
That's right. That's right. For the person that gets off at 7, you didn't ate at work. You gotta prepare and bring it to work. This is your health, especially if you have glucose levels. If you get off at 8 p.m., breakfast at home. That means you got to get up. You get up, you might have to prepare the day before. Like I said, on a Sunday, you get up, get your little crock pot. You can probably do steel cut oats in a crock pot. Get your berries on top of that. And now they have these things at Amazon where you could actually keep your food warm throughout the day. These little packages, what do they call them? Little totes where you can keep your food hot until you're ready for it.
Yeah, it's a lot more convenient now to do those type things, to make the right preparations that we need to make. We do have the conveniences now, but a crock pot, like Vita mentioned, is very, very good for, those who are out working, of course, away at the job working. You can come home, you have your meal basically ready.
It's expensive to eat healthy. I think meat is the most expensive thing. Meat and alcohol, to me, that's very expensive. Processed foods, very expensive. I was walking down, I saw, when you walk in the grocery store, they have these little, where they put the chips and stuff. And I was like, chips are $6 now? Yeah. A bag of potato chips are $6? And VeggieVita is our Facebook.
Right. If you're eating, like I say, the fresh produce section of your store, that's where you want to spend the most of your time. And I would rather invest my time and money into those items, the fresh foods, which I know is going to benefit my body and long term. And so that's instead of, like I said, the other processed foods you don't want.
Somebody said, is this your meal? This is our meal for breakfast, heavy.
Yes.
Not the entire day. Because guess what? When we eat this, we're not going to want nothing else to eat. Seriously, we might have a smoothie at 4 and we're good. And then we get up so refreshed. We don't need no alarm. It's just great. You have to try it.
Right.
You have to try it. I don't know. There was a question I forgot. I wanted. Oh, the kids. We have 4, but they're grown now. I was fortunate to be a stay-at-home mom, so that helped a whole lot. But the best fast food for your kids, for your babies, is fresh fruit, carrots, snacks, the little carrots. Sticks, you saw those with hummus. Oh, you can do it. You can do it for the kids. Trail mix for the little babies. Little peach and pear cups. You know what I mean? So my daughter would just snack on frozen blueberries. Frozen grapes. You can do this. You can do this. Rice and beans. Potatoes in the air fryer. Cut them up. Make French fries in the air fryer and make them some French fries. You could do it. Make your own little homemade waffles. All right. Okay. Well, let's just go over these quick little tips one more time. You can cut your blood sugar, the glucose, the spikes by 30% just by a squeeze of lemon, either in your water or on your vegetable meal. You want to eat 2 meals a day, the heaviest in the morning. You want to start with a high fiber vegetable green starter to coat the gut, line it with all this fibrous material, then go in with your starches so your sugar does not spike. It's just a buffer and a protective barrier for those starches that you eat with this meal, like the sweet potato. Then your second course is going to be your meal. You have a sweet potato here. That's your starch. That's your fiber. You have your lentils. That's your protein and your fiber. And you have a mixed curry vegetables. That's your veggies and your fiber. Fiber, fiber, fiber. That's what we promote. Not all this protein. And we're gonna eat this. We eat this around 9 o'clock after we had our worship and our prayer. We've already taken, maybe we've taken a walk. Sometimes we don't. Okay. My course, thank you very much. It is in my bio. That's going to give you the 8 natural doctors of health, all the recipes. It's the best $99 you'll ever spend because you're going to help heal yourself. That's what you're going to do.
It's very comprehensive too. So
yeah,
you have so much information right there at your fingertips that we can't give you here in 45 minutes or an hour. We won't have enough time, but you get that book, you have it there, you have it for your lifetime.
Right.
And you can refer to it anytime with so many, many, many tips that, again, we can't all explain here in this short time.
Okay. Thank you guys. Like, share, follow. We will see you next Sunday. Hopefully we try to do this. Somebody asked when we come on here live, usually on Sundays. That's our free time.
Right.
Sundays, around 10 o'clock. All right. So stay tuned for that. We are here to help you eat to beat disease. The 8 laws of health. Go take the course that we created, showing you step by step how to utilize those 8 natural doctors: nutrition, exercise, water, sunlight. And see, we haven't even hit on the other 7. You put all those together, you ain't gonna be disease free. Nutrition, exercise, water, sunlight, temperance, fresh air, rest, and trusting in the divine power to help you do it all. All right.
And that kind of sums it up. And so we want to thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. And
see you next Sunday.
Yes. Bye now.